What is up, everybody? Welcome to another fresh take. And for this one, we're going to be taking a spoiler free review of Castlevania Season 3. So I just finished it, and I got to say, that was very interesting. So for this one, I'm going to try my best not to spoil anything, but let's pro con this, all right? So, the good. What I found to be good was if you've been watching any of the seasons of Castlevania, and we have two seasons out already, you know that the animation just keeps getting better and better. And once again, I think they did an excellent job on the animations for this particular season. On the writing side, Warren Ellis did a great job. He didn't go overboard with the gore. I feel like they balanced out the action and the story and all of those different elements. I thought they did a good job of balancing everything out. Now, we only got 10 episodes this season, so it's two up from previous season because season two had 8 episodes. But I think they did a good job of balancing everything out. The voice acting, the cast is they're pretty good. They are pretty good. They did everybody came in and did a great job. I was surprised that none of the dialogue felt hokey or anything like that, and especially Bill Nye. He's a new addition to the cast. He's playing Saint Germain. If you know anything about the Castlevania lore, he is a time traveler. He helped you out, and I think Castlevania Darkness, Curse of Darkness, I think is the name of that one that he's in. But he did a good job. To me, he was the stealer. He stole the season for me. Favorite parts of the season. Okay, you saw it in the trailer, but there is a part where Trevor pulls out the vampire killer and the Morning Star. That when you see that whole sequence in the actual climax of the season, that whole thing just blew me away. So I was like, dude, that right there is on point, and I liked it. I loved that fight. I love the action sequences in here because there's another sequence in here involving Isaac, and he's one of the Forge Masters from season two, and yo, they outdid themselves on the actual action. I got to give them that. That being said, there were a couple of things that I had an issue with, and this is just a thing that I always have an issue with, and that is when you have three separate plot lines. So this one has three separate lines. You got Isaac and his vengeance storyline. You got Alucard and him dealing with loneliness. You have Carmilla and her coven, and those three, and you have the stuff with Trevor and Cypher and that town that they're in, and they seem disconnected at first, and so for the first few episodes, it does kind of feel disjointed, kind of like how The Witcher season one felt a little bit, where you're following these three different people, and it just feels a little disjointed. Not as bad as Witcher was, but it still feels a little bit disjointed until the last three episodes where we start seeing how everything weaves together. But I kind of hate that in stories, so I had to give him a little bit of a, I don't really go for that, and it kind of made me feel a little bit bad about Alucard because I liked Alucard in season two. Um, the other thing is, I think this season more than the others relied on the audience to know something about the games because they don't really explain Saint Germain all that well. Lenore, and I think Lenore's new, but I mean maybe they may go into her into season four because the way her story arc kind of ends, you kind of get the feeling that they're going to go into that in season four. Now, if they're setting this up for those reveals to happen in season four, then that'll work. But I think they do rely this season, especially on like, okay, you have to have known these guys from these certain games. So those are my two issues that I had with the actual series. Now, for parents, once again, this is not for kids. It's TVMA. The violence, gore, and in this season there are some sex scenes and there is full frontal nudity in a couple of the episodes as well. So just to let you know, no episode really goes over 30 minutes, so you don't have to worry about that being too long, and it's paced well. So that's another thing. I think that they did a good job, and I think 10 episodes for this series is the perfect season length. They don't need to go over or under, but 10 episodes is perfect. What would I give it? This is a must watch, especially if you are a fan of the Castlevania series. If you're a fan of anime, I think you'll like it as well, especially the more mature anime like Attack on Titan, stuff like that. I think you would enjoy this one. Um, it's not for the squeamish, because there are, like I said, there's some scenes of action, violence, and gore. But I think, like, on the whole, especially with the way the story is structured and how things are coming together, especially with the climax of this season, episodes 8, 9, and 10 of this season was a woo, yeah. And I'm gonna go into it a little bit more when I do my spoiler field review. So just be on the lookout for that. But leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Have you seen the season? Do you like it? Let me know, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.